want to teach that to my kids, not teachers. So I just think there's a division, and the schools need to know their place.
All right, so let's talk about that division a little bit. I mean, aside from this particular issue, because it's not just this. When Common Core came into the fore, we saw a massive division between parents and the schools, and there was a concerted effort to keep parents out of the classroom. Where does that come from?
It comes from the state expanding
Is it unions?
It's partly unions, no, but it's partly the culture, the progressive culture, which is that, parental love is not a sufficient relationship,
yes.
And that you need the village to raise your children, the collective. I mean, we're not Sparta, okay? The collective does not raise our children. Parents raise their children. Mm-hmm. Parental love is the strongest force on earth. That's why the human species is alive today, because of the very strength of parental love. Mm-hmm. And when a child is troubled, things can be confusing these days. They're just learning, to get a sense of themselves. That's where the parent needs to be guiding. And parental help is most important. Not to be iced out by the state employees. And I agree with what Julie said, which is, and what you were saying, which is, look, the state can teach reading, writing, arithmetic, maybe American history and stuff like that. But a state doesn't have the right to teach ideology. It doesn't have the right to tell people what to think in this country.
But if there are parents who want to have a school like that, I think they should be able to make that choice. If there are parents who want the core of the classroom to be about these subjects, then they should be able to go to those schools. And for other parents who want their kids to learn things to help them be productive, smart, intellectual, curious members of society, maybe we have a different track. Maybe we should have more school choice.
Right. This boils down to a complete erosion of parental rights because of the over broadening of school rights. Now, keep the X's and O's of this lawsuit is that they're suing for religious infringement of religious freedom and due process. They specifically asked in writing for the school to not have private conversations with their children about sexual identity, gender pronouns, names, and the like. And in an email, the school ignored that. And then in an email, when the student said, "This is my preferred pronouns and here are the names I request to be known by," the guidance counselor replied all, student and a bunch of teachers and counselors and the like, and said, "Do not inform the parents."
That's the worst part.
That is absolutely horrifying. And then the school superintendent had the nerve to say that this was a thinly veiled camouflage of parental rights because it's intolerance of LGBTQ people. He said the only true safe space is the school, not homes. So this is what's happening in Biden's America, is that the school administrations, the schools are coming in and saying, we know better than you, parent, about your child, how to teach them, how to coach them, how to rear them. And we are keeping secrets from you. This lawsuit will absolutely prevail.
They're not respecting our voice. They told educators that parents are dissenters. Well, the reality is we're not dissenters, we're the parents.
They're teaching these kids X-rated sex acts.
They put the students in groups by race.
I will never allow anybody to ingrain that idea into my children's minds, because that's not what I came to this country for.
With the shutdown, it has been absolutely heart-wrenching watching what the kids have gone through.
I would tell all parents that they need to speak up.
It doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you're a mom first.
You can't give up. Your voices are being heard.
I believe that the root of the problem is transparency. And whose children are they?
They're our children.
They're our children.
They're our children.